All right, so today let's talk about the progress of this potential ban of all THC with few exceptions in Texas, all products that contain THC. So I'm going to give you a little update on what's happened up to this point and then what potentially the governor could do, because that's kind of where we're at now is the governor needs to make his decision. He's got a couple of different options. I'm going to give you my opinion on what I think that he is going to do and the potential backlash from both sides, the opponents and proponents of this potential ban, what backlash he could face. So we're going to go over all of that in this video. First, as always, thanks to all the subscribers and especially the members of this channel for help keeping it going. And if, as always, you are concerned about an upcoming drug test for THC specifically, check in the description of this video for the course that we've put together to help get people best prepared to pass an upcoming THC test and to my preferred home drug test, which you can get very easily on Amazon and then do in the privacy of your own home. Home drug testing is essential if you have an upcoming drug test so you know where you stand. All right, so up to this point, what has happened is in Texas, both the House and the Senate have passed law to ban all THC products. So things like gummies that have just a small amount of THC in them, certain candies, cookies, things like that, things that you can buy and consume that has THC in them. There's been a lot of pushback against them, which I'm going to show you about, pushback against these products. And the House and the Senate have passed a ban on all THC products, again, with few exceptions, like for medical exceptions. Now, Texas does not have recreational marijuana laws. What we're talking about is very, very small amounts of THC in these products, like 0.3% in these products, which is legal. It's legal federally and in Texas currently, but this law would ban basically any concentration of THC in any product. So that's what's happened up to this point. Now, it is currently sitting on the governor's desk, waiting for him either to do one of three things. He could sign it and make it a law. He could veto this bill, veto this law, and it goes away. He has the power to negate what the House and Senate says by his veto authority, by his veto powers. Or he could do nothing. He could just let the time run out, which is 3 weeks, I believe, from the time this video is going up. And then if he does nothing, also it just becomes law. It kind of, his opinion then doesn't matter. He's kind of abstaining, but then the House and the Senate get their way and it becomes law. So let me just show you a little about the people, a little from the people that put this bill forward, that think that this is a good idea to ban THC across the board, and then people that are opponents of it as well, because certainly there are pluses and minuses on both sides. I'll go first to this YouTube video. This is the Lieutenant Governor, Dan Patrick, and he is vehement about why they should ban all THC, and he's got a bunch of products set out in front of him, made this big show, big display. So I'll let you hear from him. It's only about 30 seconds, and then from law enforcement as well, who he's got with him.
Themselves. We had horrendous testimony of one 22-year-old who bought this. I don't know what product it was. I think she said wedding cake. He stepped in front of a train and got run over, killed. This is serious business. This is not Dan's folly. This is not Dan's priority. This is to save an entire generation of being hooked on drugs. And I need for you all to take this story seriously.
All right, now I know that's only coming in through one ear. That's not my editing. That's nothing to do with me. That's how the video actually has come out, so they just didn't get the audio captured correctly. I'm going to scan forward here so we can hear from law enforcement a little bit as well.
Gas stations right next to Snickers and Cheetos. I love Snickers and Cheetos. But the bottom line is, this is that kind of deal. And it's happening right under our noses. And law enforcement, if we are anything, this badge that sits over our heart for every man and woman, it doesn't just sit over our heart, it is our heart. We are supposed to be the answer. We are supposed to come to people's aid and solve problems. And when we can't test this in a cost-effective way or to understand even what's in it, we're at a loss. We want to be the answer.
All right, so again, I cut off a little bit from the beginning there, but basically there's 2 points here. Number one is that it's at gas stations. It's very easily accessible. They're scared that kids could get their hands on it because it's candies and things like that. So that's one point that he was making, that law enforcement is making. And the other point is, and this is a big, big problem with these products, is that it's basically the Wild West. It's supposed to be under this 3.3% THC level to be legal under the Farm Bill federally and in Texas. But there have been multiple independent tests done on these products where it can be way over that amount. So what he's saying is actually true, that there's no real way to know from product to product if it's actually fitting under that 3% a line, that 3% cutoff. So that's the proponents for this law. Now let me show you, there has been a petition in Texas, the petition to veto this this law, and the undersigned citizens of Texas call on the Governor Abbott, to reject this law and proposals banning products containing legal hemp. It's a decision that they say, now this is their view, would harm veterans, senior citizens, patients, and consumers across the state. Also, a lot of small businesses potentially could be hurt by this as well. And so far, again, as of the posting of this video, this petition has over 120,000 signatures. They're trying to get to 150. I think they're probably going to get to 150. Beyond that, also, I'll show you this article here, and I highlighted what I thought was important here. In April, a statewide survey by the Texas Politics Project at the University of Texas at Austin found that 55% of Republicans believe Texas marijuana and cannabis laws should be less strict or left as they are now, compared to 40% who said they should be stricter. These are Republicans, typically the ones that think that marijuana laws should be stricter. So if you, I'm assuming, survey Democrats, this number would go way up, 55%. It would be way higher. So this is 55% just of Republicans. So it sounds like the majority of potential voters think that marijuana laws should be less strict, yet they are potentially going to ban all THC in all products. Again, for the reasons of, and this is very, very true, that we do not know what's in these products. These products have been independently tested and do not, a lot of times, fit under that 0.3% THC cutoff that makes them legal under the Farm Bill, and the potential for them to, as the officer said, be in gas stations and readily accessible. Now, children are not allowed to buy these products, but they're thinking that children can get their hands on them. So what does all of this mean? So what this means is the governor's got a pretty tall task, a pretty difficult task coming up, because no matter what he does, he is going to tick some people off. So people are not going to be happy with him no matter what he does. His options are to veto the bill, and you know, this guy is very vocal here, the lieutenant governor. He's adamant that this is a big problem, made a big show of it, a big press conference, you know, had all these products out. He wants this stuff gone. I'm assuming a lot of law enforcement as well. This is a law enforcement representative. So he vetoes this, and the Senate and the House both passed it. That is a major, major statement. And he's going against what the other two branches already said should happen. Veto power is usually used very sparingly. So his other course of action would be to sign it into law, to agree, to basically say that he agrees with this ban. By signing it, he's agreeing, and at least 120,000 people would be upset then. Again, obviously, 120,000 people isn't huge enough to, as far as the voter base, to make that big of a difference. But like I showed you over here, the majority of people, of voters, seem to be in favor of either less or at least the same marijuana laws that Texas has right now. So he signs this into law, bans this. He's going to tick off a lot of people on the other side. And again, these are voters. These are, in American politics, to keep your job, you have to make the voting base happy enough to continue to vote for you. Or the third option is to be Sweden, to do nothing, to just let it become law and say, I'm not going to say that I'm for it or against it. I'm just not going to do anything, and it just becomes law anyway. And if I was to get, and you know, I don't know what happens then. You probably tick off both sides because you're not standing with the rest of the government, the other branches of the government, standing and saying, you know, we are united, and you're not potentially standing with the main voter base and saying that that this should not be a law. You're just kind of staying out of it. It kind of, you know, in my opinion, shows a little bit of weakness. But if I was to guess, I would think that probably that this will become law. Either he will sign it into law, or he will just say hands off, stay hands off, and let it become law. But I think either way, this will become law. And from there, I think what will happen is that, and they're just basically skipping this step, is that these products will just need to become more regulated. Again, we have a regulation problem for these small doses of THC in these legal products that can basically be bought by any adult in the United States and in Texas included. We've got a problem with them being compliant. So the compliancy is the issue, not so much that 0.3% is all that bad. It's a compliancy issue. And then the other issue is we've got to figure out a way, or they feel like they have to figure out a way to ensure that children are not going to get their hands on it, whether that means that you don't make them into candies, or you put them behind glass, or I don't know, whatever, you lock them away in gas stations. I don't know what the solution is there, but I think this will become law. The THC will be banned, and then potentially, or probably, what's going to happen is they're going to go through a regulation process, because in the United States, eventually, again, my feeling is that THC laws will just become less and less strict as we go along. Okay, so that's your update. When this changes, whenever the finality to this situation is, I will obviously make an update video as well as with any scientific updates or any other legal issues. So make sure you stay subscribed. All right, everyone, stay safe.